Hello and welcome to our Rubank Elementary series for the tuba. This series is for young tuba players, beginner tuba players, or anybody who wants to get a little bit better on their fundamentals. Today we are on lesson 18, page 20, and we're going to be talking about how to slur on the tuba. Now there's a lot of good tips that I can give you for this. We're going to be building off of stuff that we've been working on in all the previous videos, and one of those things that I want us to talk about that really incredibly helps your slur is the buzzing part of it. Now if you've been doing everything like I've said, you at least have some experience with slurring. I know I've talked about it in a couple of the videos in the past, and this is where all the buzzing practice, whatever kind of experience you have buzzing, will really pay off. The tuba is just a big amplifier for what's happening here. So if you can't slur well without the tuba being involved, then you will not sound as good with the tuba being involved. Now, if you can get a good slur sound off of this, a nice glissando, we'll talk about what that means in a second, glissando buzz going through every buzz with supported air and everything, then your slurs on the tuba will sound incredible. So that word, glissando, what does that mean? Let's imagine that the notes that I'm trying to buzz to is like the first part of the scale all the way up to the fifth note of the scale. We want to, with the glissando, hit every single note in between those first and fifth note. So it would sound a little bit like this. Instead of we want to hear those notes in between. And that is a great way to start getting a solid buzz on the tuba, because what that does is it teaches you how to use your air in between the slur. If you're hitting every single note in between those two notes, then you will not be able to slack away on your air. And that's what a lot of people do when they're working on their slurs. They're kind of like, oh, okay. But in reality with the slur, you have to use your air all the way throughout. And if you can get that nice glissando buzz through these slur notes, now this isn't as big of jumps, so we're really just working on one half step in between each note for the most part. But if you can get a nice solid buzz, a glissando buzz, your slurs will be really solid. Now obviously this is a series for beginners and maybe you're not as experienced buzzing. Here's a tip that will help you with your buzzing. If you just take your fingers, make sure you're not shoving it in your face first of all. If you just take your finger, take your little pinky and block this, a little bit of the hole out, it'll make buzzing a lot easier. You're used to playing this in the tuba, and all the tuba is a big resistance tube, right? This is giving you a little bit more resistance to imitate what you've been doing on the tuba. But in an ideal world, you're able to do all of this without resistance. Because like I said earlier, if you can do it without the tuba, if you can do it without the resistance, you'll be crushing it with the resistance. So once we have practiced those glissando buzzes and they sound really solid, they should sound pretty good on the tuba. Now, two other things to think about as we're doing this. I've said this several different times, but make sure that we're keeping a good tone as we're introducing this new concept. The tendency is to, oh, okay, we're learning something new. I'm gonna get away. I'm not gonna think toe. I'm gonna close my jaw and everything is gonna get an edge to it, and we don't want that. As we do slurs, there's another tendency to have really slow fingers. Make sure we have quick fingers. They're hitting exactly when they're supposed to hit. No halfway, no between notes or anything. Confident fingers is a really important part of playing a slur really, really well. We'll be playing line 1 through 5 of this exercise 90 beats per minute, and then line 6 we'll be doing 80 beats per minute. And hopefully it goes without saying, but as I'm playing through this, please, I highly recommend buzzing along with me before you play along with me. That is how you can really make progress here. Focus on buzzing along with me with a nice glissando, getting the tongue out of the way, keeping a nice open tone. I really hope you will spend a lot of focused time on buzzing along with me here, especially line 5, line 6. Those types of slurs are going to apply in a lot of your concert band music and a lot of whatever kind of solo literature you ever want to play potentially. Getting a good buzz there is the first part in doing that, but just make sure, promise me that you're going to use good air support, because that is the secret to buzzing, right? These videos are great, but they don't replace one-on-one private lessons. If you want to take a lesson with me, check the description down below. If you're not in my area, online private lessons are completely doable and we can make a ton of progress together. Comment down below if you have any questions. Thank you for watching this video. Go make life musical, and I'll see you in the next one.